Absolutely, and just as a little side note on that November event is in fact that November event. I'm not really sure if it's going to be 3 times the point value, but if it's not, very well could be perhaps. So we don't know. Stay tuned on that.
Go on, talk to Mr. Moosh on that.
Yeah,
but I would love to. That'll be a good event.
For sure, and I'd love another excuse to come up here, quite frankly. So smash.gg/WCB.
Also, listen to the podcast every Wednesday, stream on Master Hand Games. So, yeah!
Listen to the man, and definitely keep it tuned.
plug.
Definitely keep it tuned here. Sync versus Juice. Juice just coming off of his revenge match against Insomniac, where he brought his tournament run to an abrupt end, 3-0.
Yep,
and now, just like this, he is on to loser semifinal, where he faces Sync, who is also looking for a measure of redemption after losing in winners bracket to Jackal. And now he faces the number 1 in Philadelphia.
Yeah, man, and it's funny because Sync, or Juice, playing Corn for a notably bad matchup for Zeus with Samus, and then going right back into the blender for, in my opinion, probably an even worse matchup for both of his characters that he plays. So definitely kind of sticking to his guns, going with the Zero Suit Samus here. Obviously, the big thing here is going to be Punish Game. If ZSS gets the grabs, then it's going to work out pretty well for him. Okay!
Oh, really? Double down smash.
That was crazy. In Brawl, that definitely would have worked. And that's going to be big damage on the part of Sync right there. Like I said, Punish Game for both these characters is going to be so big, as a role here.
Yeah, shoutouts to Brawl Smash on Smash 4 Brawl Strats on Smash 4 DLC characters.
Yeah.
That is some incredible stuff coming out from Juice. And now the Limit Break charged up. Both gentlemen have both of their stocks. And now the neutral B. I like the option, but maybe gave Juice a little bit too much time to react to it, Koopa.
Yep, exactly. It was good at kind of keeping him dungeon in the corner, but, as long as Juice doesn't die for it, I don't really think he cares that he gets hit by. Good approaching back air right there.
Looking for the Zaire to finish things off and not going to get it. Sync makes it back to neutral and sitting with a slight advantage in terms of damage, and now with a full stock advantage after that aerial from Sync. Great option to get back to the center stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the cross slash is going to call out the jump. Definitely an option that you could probably see Sync going for a lot of. And here's where things are going to get kind of risky for Juice. He's playing a little bit of a deficit. He's not going to be able to freely go for these grabs without the risk of him dying for it. So he's definitely going to have to, kind of find his kill outright. Might prove to be a little bit of a challenge for ZSS. She doesn't have a great approach game. A lot of her moves are very easily punishable on shield.
But then again, when you have that Zaire, you got to be sure that you're hitting with it at the same time. But why not? Why close the distance yourself when you can just bring your opponent to you?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
You get a lot of that stuff off a throw if you're a ZSS. So definitely doesn't hurt, and that rocket kick will certainly hurt, caving in the chest of Cloud. And now that's how this gets tied up at 1 stock apiece.
Everybody's got to get their girl a pair of heels that does that.
That is, do we have to?
Long term. If you're looking long term, probably.
Fair enough. Okay,
not a first date gift.
See, now that makes sense.
Yeah, not a first Christmas together gift.
Yeah, no, definitely. You go with something small for that, like a copy of Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so Sync in the driver's seat here for the most part, but having a hard time getting back into neutral here.
Shields the limit break cross slash. That's gutsy.
Yeah, that was definitely ballsy, but, I think Juice is definitely playing the long game here. As long as he doesn't die, he knows that he can win. That Zaire caught Sync's jump. I think he's...
oh, my gosh. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Juice, I could have swore that Sync had another jump, and I think that Sync thought that exact same thing.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that little miscalculation is going to cost him game number 1 as Juice goes up 1-0.
Yeah, man. That's definitely... Every time I see a Cloud just, drift off stage without a jump, I always immediately think to Buzz Lightyear jumping off the stairwell in Toy Story. Then gravity does the rest of the work for you. Scarred me as a kid. And a little bit as an adult, too, but, I've grown past it. But...
I only wake up screaming sometimes. So go to Final Destination for game number 2. Juice looking to extend his lead. Sync, well, he's looking to tie this thing up. And how pivotal is this at Final Destination? Now the thing is, I don't know if Sync knew this. Juice has struggled at Final Destination in the past, against Clouds. I mean, Spiro rode his way up to the number 3 in Philadelphia with his Cloud play against Juice, where really Juice had no answer against some of the Cloud up airs, and we have seen him grow past that as a player. He's found some other options, but at the same time, still getting taken to task here a little bit by Sync.
Yeah, this matchup is rough, I'd say. Like, it's already bad enough, but on a stage like, you know, Final Destination where ZSS doesn't have the same landing options available to her on other stages, it's definitely going to prove difficult, as you can see right now. But, you know, Juice not looking too scathed by it. Sync able to get stage control back. There's a lot of chopping around from both players, both looking for a defensive option from either combatant.
I do have to call out that Juice is exhibiting some remarkable poise, considering he is really just letting Sync bring the game to him. And hey, you know what? If you wanna come at me, you can go ahead and time your attacks if you would like. Oh, the down smash into the forward smash after the roll. And Juice, well, that's one way to get a kill from neutral. He goes up one stock. He's sitting at 97%.
Yeah, that was a great call out on the spot dodge from Juice. And now, you know, he's going to be able to play the great ZSS game, man. Being able to hold on for that stock as long as you can, and potentially, you know, sealing a kill very much earlier than you would regularly.
And now, and of course, you do have a fast faller in Cloud, so maybe Juice looking for a kill off of the side here, if indeed he can find him off of the stage. Playing with house money at this point, though, sitting at 133 with both of his stocks.
Ooh, that could have been really dangerous for Sync, almost jumping into that paralyzer shot, but again, just playing that super safe game, using that Zeta as advantage, almost catching the tech roll in with down smash, but Sync just at the right distance where that was going to cross him up.
And now Sync being very careful, but maybe, lucky he deployed shield there. He is not being nearly careful enough, but the cross slash will connect and even things up in terms of stocks. Juice, I mean, he just got him to 59%, so maybe not as big a lead as he would have wanted, but again, Sync needs to be far more careful with how he's played, and oh my goodness. I mean, talk about a shooting star. That was an absolute comet down to the bottom of the blast zone, and that sends Juice up 2-0.
Let's see if Sync will be making a wish on himself to maybe wish for a better counter pick here.
I mean, he could really use a wish right now, and Juice, he could really use another win to send himself to Loser's Final, where again, it is Angel Cortez that awaits him, so he does have experience with the Diddy Kong matchup. Sync, well, frankly, he's just looking for a little bit of revenge after those 2 losses to Juice.
Yep, we shall see how it works out here. You could potentially see our first 3-0 of the day, maybe. I don't think he's going to single 3-0 on stream yet, Chris.
Oh no, Juice beat Insomniac 3-0.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
And that's the thing, Juice has not lost a single game in Loser's Bracket yet. He has won...
That's wild.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy. He has won 13 straight games ever since his winners round 2 loss to Insomniac, and of course that win streak continued through from the previous round where he beat Insomniac 3-0.
Yeah, he's he's definitely running the rotation right now of everybody.
He's running fades. You're talking about, man. That's how we do it in Philly. I don't know who you think you're talking to, man. This is the 2-1-5 coming through here at Platinum Star Smash 10, and the cross slash connects. Juice survives. I mean, he caught that as fortunate a place as you possibly can get a cross slash, and eventually the down smash forward smash little combination there. Again, calling out the spot dodge of Sync.
And I do like the awareness of Juice knowing that he has enough time to cross back up Sync to be able to forward smash him, because I usually don't see a lot of Zero Suits do that. That's really, really smart on his part.
No, I mean, he is adapted so quickly and so justly to the occasion on so many instances in Philadelphia, and indeed taking his talents over to the Garden State, making an impression. This would be his 14th straight win in winner's bracket, and a run all the way, well, game win anyway in terms of sets. I mean, goodness, this would be his 6th.
That's some stuff, man.
And now Sync just looking to make his way back into this matchup.
There you go.
And there you go. I mean, took a minimal amount of damage. That's exactly the sort of tide-turning hit that Sync needs to get back into this thing, but...
Yep, especially with Lemon on deck, it's going to give him some tools to play with here. Again, Juice just going right back on the offensive here, just missing the timing on that down smash. And again, just applying this chase, applying really good pressure on Sync's shield right now. He's really having a hard time dealing with this out-of-shield game, to be honest with you.
I mean, just not getting much of anything. Juice is reading this perfectly. And, I mean, really not so much reading. It's just, this is what Sync's habits are, and he has not adapted as of yet.
Not enough time to read in space, too.
You know, you're not wrong about that. However, I would argue that rocket kick, you kind of have to read that, or else you are going to fall 3-0 to the King of Philadelphia, Juice, as he moves on to Losers Final, where again, Angel Cortez awaits.
Yeah, man, that was just pure domination on the part of Juice right there. He's definitely a man on a mission right now. I think it was Beast himself that said Juice is just going to win the tournament from Losers. Which, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest.
At this juncture, anything is possible. And the thing is that you have to think that Angel Cortez is going to have something to say about that, because